Waiting on StreamYard. StreamYard taking its time. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Got Arnie in here. Doesn't show I got anybody watching.
Oh, yeah.
So, Arnie, what did you do to your nose?
Basically, what happened is I fell and
Right.
it got scratched, and I figured it's just a scratch, but no, it blew up into a whole dang infection.
Oh,
And Wednesday I go back for a checkup, and if it ain't getting better, I might have to be hospitalized for a bit.
oh, that's not good.
And the thing I'm worried is who's gonna take care of her.
No, only thing I can say is make sure she got plenty of food and water out.
Yeah, because a friend of mine, his wife recently passed, so he's been busy with that.
You're right.
And the neighbor block up, she's been busy with her sister because her sister has cancer.
Oh,
So she's been going to Chicago on and off,
right.
dealing with her sister.
Well, what you may have to do is kind of like what we've got. We've got a probably it's about a half gallon water feeder. Hey, Steven.
I Steve.
and and probably 3/4 of a gallon for dry feed. Food and everything, automatic.
Yeah,
So that takes care of both cats for several days. Steven's probably when he missed that first step getting out of the car the other day, and the scratch and everything got all infected. Hey, Randy.
hi Randy.
But yeah, I know Arnie was live and everything last night, but with everything that was going on from Saturday night, that I started catching up on. Yeah, I wasn't able to catch his because I was so busy trying to keep up, get the updates and everything as far as what happened locally here. Um, y'all remember a while back when I had that one troll that kept wanting to rebroadcast all my stuff at the same time?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Mine
Well,
too.
right. Well, I want reached out to someone, and it's Carolina out of Fort Worth. Okay. She's a First Amendment auditor.
Hi
Okay.
guys.
Yeah, I
Um, anyways, I'd gotten, sent her an email. She and I were chatting back and forth through email. She was wanting to track that guy down. He was willing to go and find him, find out exactly where he was. Okay.
yeah,
But she's always doing, all these different First Amendment audits and everything around, showing different channels as far as dealing with the cops. Well, Saturday night, I don't know what time it was. It was late. Um, all I know is that she was over in Fort Worth somewhere, just out there filming the police, and they were wanting to tow cars from a private parking lot and everything. So she was out there videotaping it. Hey, Renegade, how you doing? There's Tommy.
yeah. Hi Renegade. Hi Tommy.
Um. So, anyways, like I said, she was out there videotaping. She was actually live. Okay, when this all happened, and towards the end, it was like a little bit over 7 minute long live stream that she did. Um. Anyways, she wasn't going up to asked a couple of female cops and everything that were walking away from her some questions. And about that time, this male cop shows up and he starts ordering, says, "Hey, you need to get across the street." Okay, private parking lot. It's, he wasn't doing anything but just videotaping.
Yeah.
Dinner's
15.
ready, but delivery service is dead.
Do what now?
Dinner's ready, delivery service is dead.
All right. So, anyways, what would you say? It was about 15, 20 seconds after that encounter is when he had her on the ground,
Oh, not even.
unconscious. Okay. And you hear one of the female cops going, "She's bleeding." So right now I've got a video. It's CJ Grissom and everything. He is her attorney. Now, mind you, this is update number 3. I have not seen it. So I want to play it. And for all those virgin and very sensitive ears, if you got sensitive or virgin ears, all I can say is leave, because my language is going to go up tonight.
Yeah.
This pisses me off. Okay. So I have not seen this. I want to find out what the hell's going on. So let me present, share screen. Okay. Let's see what CJ Grissom has to say here. Get the volume going.
And trying to let people know, like, when you were moved and when we found out you were alive.
Yeah, I didn't
Can you
even
make sure
wait.
you don't put me
I
on
don't even
video?
remember.
No, it's looking at me
I don't,
right
even-
now.
I
I'm
don't even remember being in the. I don't even remember being in the ambulance when you took the ambulance to the hospital.
okay. Here we
It
go.
sounds
Looks like
they
it's
didn't.
all right. Hey, everybody. I am. Carolyn just got out. I guess about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, about
Something like
20 minutes
that?
ago.
About 20 minutes ago, and I can confirm that she's alive. She's right here in front of me. She needs to go home and get some rest, and obviously clean herself up a little bit. Do you want people to see you?
Yeah, they can see what it looks like.
All right. So here's our little hero here.
This is what happens when you get excessive force on you.
Yep. But I will tell you that there has been an outpouring from around the country of people sharing the story, making phone calls. I think the fact that nobody's returned my phone calls means they know they're in trouble.
Yeah.
So we're going to fight these charges.
Got my arm all messed up.
So tell them everything that happened. Like, what are your
Oh,
injuries?
dang.
I don't know.
Now, and I mean, I showed Crystal a picture of Carolina, what normally looks like. And this is after she was basically face planted on the ground by an asshole of a cop and everything. He already got fired from the Irving Police Department, sued to get his job back. I don't know if he did that or not. Got hired by the Fort Worth. So I'm gonna play
And
this.
she recognized him by name from Irving because she said hello, and his last
Yeah.
name is actually Kruger.
Yeah. And
And
CJ, the guy that was talking and everything, doing this video, he actually calls him Freddy Krueger, even though the guy's Matthew Krueger.
Mm-hmm.
But you definitely call him Freddy. The Nightmare on 7th Street.
The place I got injured to the hospital. I don't remember any of that. I don't remember going to the jail. So I was knocked unconscious, but I know I got stitches here. And CJ thinks I had some stitches here.
Yeah, she's got stitches in her right eye.
My elbow was knocked out of socket. My shoulder was knocked out of socket.
Almost.
Fentanyl, I mean, put those all back together. It's just my elbow was, the bones of my elbow were sticking out like this. That's about it. They just used a lot of excessive force on me. I got some shadow on now. So this is what happens when you film the police and they don't like you, Officer Kruger.
Well, let me ask you also, for everybody's sake, is how do you feel? I mean, obviously you're probably in some pain, right?
I'm in some pain. I'm in a lot of pain right now.
Okay. What can people do for you? What do you need?
Just always film the police. Always film them. That's all you have to do is always film them. Always make sure that you have a record of what they do to you. Basically.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna she needs to get home, guys. I know you probably want to talk more. People talking about how they're crying for you right now. Hugs to Caroline. You're amazing. So it's unfortunate, guys. What you just saw. This wasn't in Iran. This wasn't in North Korea. This wasn't in Cuba. This is here in Texas, the heart of the United States of America, where you saw what her government did to her for nothing more than holding a camera and asking a question. Everybody knows what happened. Mm-hmm. That cannot stand. It cannot stand. We need to take a stand and start fighting back however we can, whatever it means. And I don't mean like picking up guns and stuff. I'm talking about doing everything we possibly can. And you live nearby, right? So you're on your way home and gonna get some rest. So
appreciate everybody.
I would probably she appreciates everybody. She said I would just ask you to give her some time to relax and kind of take everything in, and because this is a traumatic event. So
yeah, and it is.
Hey, barbecue.
Anyway, just give her some time, guys. Let her heal, and she'll probably do a live stream when she's ready to do a live stream. All right, and she'll update you herself. I just wanted to let you know that we've met, and I will be going over kind of what our plans are moving forward.
But like I said, this is CJ Grissom. I mean, he's already said he's like a bulldog that he doesn't know when to let go, and I'm glad. Okay, I hope like hell that they take this cop, like he was saying, Freddy Krueger. I hope they grab him by his fucking balls and rip him off with the short hairs and everything.
Hey, don't get that mean.
I just hope he does. I just hope Grissom does.
Barbecue, a First Amendment auditor got put on the ground very harshly, dislocated her shoulder and elbow, and she just got out of the jail.
Yep.
And that's where we're at. The one that put her on the ground was a cop from Irving that had gotten fired, and then now he's at Fort Worth.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing there, and I'm gonna
just come in because your bowl is on top of the gloves.
Okay, well, I'll be right there. All right, so I wound up finding her video from her live and everything. So I'm gonna got that part skipped. I'm gonna go to the very end of the video where where all this starts happening and everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a teacher that gets fired for misbehavior and stuff like that. In Oklahoma, they'll go from one county to the other until they can get tenure, and then
Hey,
hello,
Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Yeah, but like I said, what this cop did, I hope that Grissom, like I said, grabs him by his fucking balls and rips him out with the short hairs. Okay, this is from, mind you now, this is Carolina's live stream. As you can tell, CFW Carolina and Fort Worth is, being live and everything. This is on her channel. Okay, this is her live when this happened. Okay, as you can tell, it's not even 7 minutes long, and I'm not even a minute and a half away from the very end. So I'm gonna play this. That way y'all can see and hear exactly what the hell happened.
Ways to validate. You can scan the QR code or text pay. Failure to pay or extend time may result in boots. Okay, so how do they know if they paid or not?
And see, that's the thing, is these cops are at a private parking lot over in Fort Worth somewhere, and they're wanting to tow vehicles. And the question she put out right there is very valid. How do the cops know that person has not paid? Okay? There's a tow truck out there getting ready to tow a vehicle. So how in the hell do they know it hadn't been paid yet?
That's
exactly, barbecue.
How do they know if they paid or not? How do you know if they paid or not?
See?
How do you guys know if they paid or not? Oh, they're gonna ignore me too. Help! Rape! Fire! 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 Fire!
And see, right there, you know, she's saying it. Yeah, you can hear her saying it, but she's not yelling it to try and get attention. Okay? And that's
She's
the whole
trying
thing.
to get the cops to turn around
Right.
and do
Okay.
their job.
Right. And it's fixing to show 2 female cops just walking right away, ignoring her.
Fire!
See?
That's great community relations too.
They're just walking away from her.
How do you know if they paid or not, ladies? Hey, ladies! Hey, ladies! Hey, ladies! Hey, Kruger!
See, there, she's already seen the cop, okay, because she's already had an interaction with him before from this, you know, and I'm going to say, like Grissom said, Freddy Krueger, the guy literally had arrested a guy for jaywalking when there wasn't no damn lights around to even say it, or it was totally illegal. They confronted him afterwards and everything. I mean, the guy that got arrested confronted him, and Carolina is there also, along with a couple other auditors. All right, let's roll this.
No, I'm not going to before. There's no investigation. There's no nothing.
You can go to the other side of the street. You're going to get arrested. I'm not warning you
What are
again.
you talking about?
Go to the other side of the street right
Why?
now.
Wait, tell me why first.
You're under arrest. You're not.
No, I'm not under. Okay. You
Stop resisting.
Hey, Lewis.
Hey, Lewis. Yeah, as you can tell right there, she's asking why. And now, you know, he doesn't even give her a chance to do anything, and immediately, you're under arrest.
And he says, stop resisting as a CYA, cover your booty.
Right, and immediately takes her to the ground.
Stop resisting.
She's bleeding.
See, and right there, you can already hear the female cop saying she's bleeding.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
and one thing that you can hear, it sounds like she's snoring. Okay,
Mhm.
there said that a person who's had a traumatic brain injury, that is the body's natural reflex or whatever for trying to protect itself.
Uh-huh.
And you can see all the, you know, if y'all saw the video and everything, yeah, you saw her face from the other video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with everything that was going on, and she's not young, okay? She's older than me, okay? I think she's like in her maybe mid to late 60s, okay? I mean, what the hell? I mean, like I said, he immediately wants to go hands-on without giving her the opportunity or even explaining what the fuck is going on, why in the hell she has to get across the street and everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Not that much.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she is older than me, but I mean, he did not give her enough opportunity to, you know, he needed to explain to her exactly what the fuck was going on, why in the hell she needed to get across the street. Only thing he said was, you need to get across the street, otherwise you're under arrest. And she was going, why? You heard her going, why? Wohawk, yeah, you're gonna have to watch the beginning of it, because Carolina Fort Worth, she's a First Amendment auditor, and I've chatted with her through emails and everything. She got attacked by a Fort Worth cop and everything Saturday night. Got put in the hospital from what we understand, she has traumatic brain injury. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Renegade. Thank
Yeah.
you. Have a good night.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean this is bullshit as far as what the Fort Worth Police Department are doing. Okay, I've heard about other stories and everything dealing with Fort Worth and Tarrant County, not only with Fort Worth Police, but Tarrant County sheriffs. Okay, and the way they want to run stuff out that way, and that's another reason why you know I'm not that thrilled about the way law enforcement is. I've shown Crystal several different videos on First Amendment auditors and where police fail
Mm-hmm.
knowing
Yeah.
what the law is.
I do agree with barbecue. There is a very, very large distinction. Um, I will honestly rather deal with a sheriff than a cop because the sheriff is held accountable on more levels
Right.
and they have so many checks and balances that if they screw up, they're done in law enforcement. They have a hard time even getting their security clearance to
Yep.
be a walk around security guard unarmed. So I would rather deal with those regular beat cops. It depends because I know a guy from high school. Yeah, I would sooner shoot myself in the foot than trust him to actually do law enforcement jobs. So
Yeah, and I'm not too thrilled the way the cops been either, because I've been getting suggested videos to watch on my phone, and I've watched some of them.
yeah, exactly. Well, Hawk, they are not educated or they don't keep up with the basic laws that they should be upholding. They learn it. They're supposed to learn it in training. Now, if they actually learn it or not, I don't know, but they're supposed to, and then they don't keep refamiliarizing themselves with it. I have one cop here in town that I will not deal with him. If he ever shows up at anywhere and he goes to talk to me, I'm going to look him dead in the eye and say, "Get me a different cop because I don't like you."
Oh,
Yes.
and here's this time last year when I was at Walmart. I get to Walmart, my scooter battery died, so I put it by the doorway, plug it in, and get it charged, and then someone else decides to take it for their mother, and I'm going after them to get my scooter, and this a-hole pushes me off the store scooter. That's how my legs got all cut up,
Yep. And the cops didn't do a thing.
Nope.
and I wanted to press charges, and then the cop's smart ass answer was that that they would have to find me in order to find the other person.
Yeah. I would have said, "Go right ahead. I'll walk in and fight the fine."
Yeah. And I mean, now I'll play this. I just sent Carolina an email. Now, whether or not she's going to be able to see it and everything, I don't know. But like I said,
I don't know, Wohawk.
yeah,
And barbecue, yeah.
right,
That's that the blue wall.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's like that. Now, there's also another channel I watch, Abaya Israel. Okay, he says he's a former cop and former sheriff's deputy. And he shows all the videos and everything about these cops and everything that, you know, their training, their inadequate training, like what Walk saying, from the academy, how they're not trained on what the fucking laws are. Okay. That's the biggest problem with law enforcement to this day. Now, I'll admit there are
And
some good ones out there.
Yeah.
But the majority are bad that don't even know what the hell the damn laws are.
Yep. Exactly, barbecue. Sorry, Arnie, go ahead.
and here's another thing too. Not too long ago, I saw a video on here, and cops are literally trained to lie and all that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, there's so many videos and everything out there. One thing a lot of people don't realize, okay, so you're going down the road in a car, okay? You're a passenger in the car, okay? You're just chatting away. Next thing you know, police, pull the car over, okay? They give a, reason why they got pulled over. Okay, fine. They're talking to the driver. There's been times when another officer will come up and knock on the passenger window. They roll it down and they go, "All right, I need to see your ID." No, you don't. And cops will push the issue saying that the passenger needs to identify. No, any passenger in the vehicle does not have to identify themselves because they did not commit any traffic infraction or commit a crime.
Unless the cop can give a reason.
Right.
Tell that the passenger, I threw trash out the window, I littered. Okay, so they got to write me a ticket for that.
Right.
Or,
no seatbelt.
Yeah, no seatbelt. Something
Right.
like that. Unless
Right.
they can give me a crime.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
going to give them my ID.
Right. And there's times when I've actually seen cops literally pull a passenger out of the vehicle, put them in cuffs, and arrest them for failure to identify. Okay, barbecue? No. The thing about it is, the police, even in those states, still have to have articulable, reasonable suspicion of a crime before identification can be turned over. That's the whole thing. A cop has to say why they need ID.
Yeah.
Okay? So say, the cop says, "Hey, I need to see your ID." We're not in fucking Nazi Germany this has never been Nazi Germany. Okay? They have to give a reason for why they need to see your identification. If you're just walking down the street, a cop has no lawful reason to ask you for your identification at all.
Yeah,
They have
literally.
to give a reason why.
Literally, it would have been like August or September, the year I graduated high school. So I graduated high school, and then that August or September, me and a friend of mine were walking to the store from her parents' house. We had the Oklahoma City community action. Anyway, we just had some Oklahoma City guy pull us over. He goes, "Y'all guys, why aren't you in school?" I looked at him and was like, "I'm 18 and graduated." She's like, "I'm 20 and I haven't been in school in years." He said, "Can you prove it?" I said, "Why?" "Because you need to go to school." I looked at him and was like, "Bye." She and I started walking.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, barbecue, that's the whole thing. Okay. Yes, there are some states, or very few of them, that have a stop and identify. Okay. But here's the whole thing. The cop still has to articulate a reason, no matter what. Tennessee is a stop and identify state. Okay, but when say if I'm in Tennessee and I'm just walking or if I'm out visiting somewhere, cop say pulls me over. Okay, it says I need to see your you know driver's license, insurance, and all this other stuff. I literally, and this goes for all 50 states. Okay, it doesn't matter which one. You have to ask for what reason. Okay, the cop has to tell you why. Okay,
Yeah.
and like what Barbecue's saying for suspicion, even the First Amendment auditors are saying, well, you're looking suspicious. And then at that point, you ask the cop, is suspicion a felony or a misdemeanor? It's neither.
Mhm.
Being suspicious is neither. That is not a reason, articulable reason. Yeah. So right then and there, no identification.
Yeah, I mean, I literally could be sitting out there doing a gigantic potion in a cauldron or whatever, and I'm suspicious because I'm out in the yard stirring a big pot. Okay, how do they know I'm not making soup? It doesn't matter as long as I am not causing harm.
Right.
I'm suspicious. Okay, oh well.
But at that point, you're on your own property. Okay, that's private. Okay.
Well, even if I was in a public park.
Okay, if you're in a right.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing. Being out there in public. I mean, I've seen there's a guy, he's out in California, he does it all the time, walking up and down the street. He's on the sidewalk and he'll videotape businesses, okay, and other places of interest, okay.
I
He
think
does
I've
not
seen it too.
he do what, Arnie?
Yeah, I think I've seen it too.
Right.
Mhm.
He doesn't go on their property. He stays on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And these places, the manager or owner, hey Bryce, how you doing?
Hi, Bryce.
Bryce.
Oh, and Bryce, you're gonna like my next question.
He had me stumped, and I know him.
Yeah. And Ole's really gonna go. He's really gonna be scratching his head.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just wait till you read it, okay? But anyways, yeah, they get the managers and everything coming out, and they'll even call the cops, and cops will go, "Well, I need to see some identification." Nope, you're not seeing it because I didn't commit any kind of crime. But that's the whole thing behind what happened Saturday night, and that, like I said, that fucking pisses me off. Yeah, I'm gonna give, he's gonna be what, 0-6 now?
Something like that.
Yeah, 0-6 on Grudge Trivia.
Yeah, barbecue, being on your own property is a different ball of wax, but they can still give you minor fines. Like if we were under a burn ban and I had a fire going, then yeah. I mean, but they would try and find something even though I was on my own property.
Okay. No, they're not wanting to get the cops called. They are just out there, doing a First Amendment, which is constitutionally protected.
But
which is the
now
whole thing. Right.
you
But
and
that's
I
the whole thing. What?
You and I have had the discussion about how some of those auditors deliberately get in the faces of the cops and deliberately do things to agitate them.
Right. I mean, yeah. Now there are like what you're saying. Yeah, I will admit that some of those First Amendment auditors, are fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Okay. They need to be given a whole bunch of preparation H because they are very irritating.
Yeah,
That's
I know
all
barbecue,
there.
but I was just throwing that out there because
Yeah.
I mean I could have a fake fire out there and dry ice in a pot, like for a Halloween decoration. I get the cops called on me. They're gonna, if they're having a bad day, they're gonna try something.
Yeah. But here's the whole thing. Okay, if you're in a burn ban, okay, there are during a like here. Okay, yeah, we get under burn bans. Okay,
A
there are
lot.
restrictions. Okay, but yeah, there are restrictions and everything of how you can legally burn something without being, you know, in trouble. It was like when I lived out in the country,
Like
I
right
had to
there.
have it in a barrel. Okay,
Yeah, but there's still some obvious stuff like the burn ban that
right,
they're gonna try and do something with.
right. All right, my stomach's still hollering. She said the food's in there. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my food and I'll be right back.
Yeah, the food is on top of the gloves, so
Yeah, it's like when we first moved out here, and my dad had just switched jobs and everything, and we had a bunch of stuff to burn, so he figured get one of these steel barrels from work, and we cut the holes in that so that the fire could breathe and everything, and started burning stuff in it. Then one of the neighbors called and complained, and he said that we couldn't burn stuff in the barrel.
yeah.
And here we thought that with it
Hi, Angela.
with stuff being burned in the barrel would be more contained.
Yeah, but they were sparks and stuff flying out. That's why they were. That's on that one. But like Wohawk said, if I've got a grill out and that's my dinner, then yeah, I can get away with it. But I mean, it's just there are some that go out. Some of those First Amendment auditors that yeah, they go out there and they do stuff, and it's all well and good, and then the police show up, and it is just a shit show from there. Once the cops show up, it's a shit show because they get in the middle of the cop's face and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, there are some out there that, you know, they don't try to do that.
Yeah.
Their main objective is to go out there
Dang.
and educate people
Goodness, Layla.
on everything. That's the whole thing. And there are cops out there that don't even know, you know, all that stuff. They're totally ignorant on the Constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Supreme Court has already ruled
Yeah, I get you barbecue.
that anything videotaping anything from public is totally legal.
Yeah, and see, now here's the thing though. If you go to Walmart and you're videotaping in there and they ask you to not videotape, then yes, you do need to shut it down because that is a private business with public access.
Right.
And that
Now-
that includes their parking lot. Yeah. Sorry. But now if I went to the post office, I can film in the post office as long as I do not try and go behind the counter where they are weighing your packages and stuff like that. As long as I do not go into any area that is marked restricted or employee only. And same with the police station.
Yeah.
I walk into a police station. Now they can, if they have signs up that will say no cameras beyond this point, then at that point I have to stop recording. But as long as I'm in the lobby, if I'm doing paperwork, if I'm talking to someone, as long as I do not get past the reception desk, I guess you want to call it, then they don't have to do any. Then I do not have to turn it off.
Right. So that's the whole thing is that if you're out in public, okay, on a sidewalk, It doesn't matter. Anything that you can see with the naked eye, you can videotape. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything that is owned by the state or government, that is, any, federal building, any city owned building, that is considered public property. You can go,
Mhm.
you go to City Hall. Okay. That is a public building. You can wander around that building anywhere you want to, as long as you don't go into restricted areas. Okay. And you can videotape all you want. There's nothing they can do about it. You can go inside the post office. They even have what's known as Poster 7. Okay. And they've already admitted that videotaping in entrances and foyer lobby is totally 100% legal. Okay. Post offices employees don't even know that. Postmasters, a lot of them don't even know that. That's the biggest problem. Okay. Walking down a sidewalk is public. And a park,
Yeah.
okay, that is, that's owned by the city. Or say you go to a state park, okay, it's still owned by the state. Anything like that, it's 100% legal. So, like I said, what Carolina was doing Saturday night was legal. Okay. Yes. And that little parking lot that she was in, that could be considered private property. Okay. But she was never told that she's trespassing by the owner. The owner has to be the one to say you're trespassing. Okay. A cop cannot do that. They actually, in that parking lot, there were several businesses and everything up and down that strip. And one of them would have to come out and say, "Hey, Bill Beckett, how you doing?
Hey, Bill.
That she's trespassing. We want her gone." Then the cop could have come up and said, "Okay, this person's saying you're trespassing and everything, and you need to leave. And if you don't, then, this is your verbal warning. If you don't leave, then you'll be arrested for trespassing." The cops have to say that. Okay. They actually have to give you the opportunity to leave. Yeah,
Your mother.
I know. Right. Owner or the authorized agent, on behalf of the owner. That's true, Woolhawk. That's the whole thing. Hi, Angela. I know you're here. Hopefully, you don't have sensitive ears because,
Hey, Angela.
with all the crap that happened Saturday night, the language is not going to be G-rated. Tonight it's going to be between PG and R.
Yeah.
Because, hey, I'm fucking pissed off with the damn Tarrant County Sheriff's Department or Police Department did. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll have to watch the beginning of the video and everything.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
But yeah, you'd have to go back and watch the video or the stream at the very beginning, because I was showing some of the videos and everything of what happened Saturday night. Yeah. Well, barbecue, that's the whole thing. Even though the strip mall itself is not owned by all of them, the places are renting them out, they still have the right to say that, hey, this person's trespassing.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing there.
The business owners in the strip mall can have someone arrested and trespass, but they cannot kick them completely off if they are doing business if they're going there to do business with any other business.
Right.
Like the nail salon, there's a nail salon, pet store, uh, automotive place. You get kicked out of the nail salon, they can't tell you not to come back to the property if you take your dog in to be groomed while your car's getting an oil change.
Yeah.
But
the whole thing about it is they have to now. Police cannot go up and ask. Here's the whole thing: a police officer cannot, or a law enforcement officer cannot go up and ask, "Do you want this person trespassed?" Because that is coercion and soliciting the owner or agent of that business for that.
yeah, now they can ask, "How do you want to handle this?"
Right.
And if they say trespass them, then yes.
Right. But
Because
right, but the law officer has to give. I appreciate Sarah. Take it easy.
Ouch.
But here's the thing: the law officer has to give the person the opportunity to leave legally, and then at the same time they're going to say, "Okay, you're being trespassed. Okay, you cannot come back." So then that person would have to give his identification and everything.
yeah, so they can basically write him a um, trespassing ticket.
Right.
And that literally will take them 5 minutes to get it written out, typed out, printed out, and okay, go on your merry way.
Right.
I actually had to trespass someone from a store that I worked at. I called our corporate and talked to them and said, okay, what do I do? Because this guy he's coming in specifically on my shift and not listening to anything I say. And he literally almost threw a cup of boiling hot water on me because I told him I don't have coffee ready. It's cleaning. And he grabbed a packet of coffee grounds that we would normally put in the machine to filter water through, and dump them into a cup of coffee.
Right.
I told him he couldn't have it. I wouldn't sell it to him. I was going to trash it. And he did to try and throw it at me. And then we had the right to refuse to serve alcohol. He told me he was a vet, and if he is, that's fine. I have no problem with that. He said, I'm a vet and I have problems. I said, then go to the VA and get help. No, because I want this to medicate. I said, I don't do so. I said, I'm not going to sell you alcohol for self-medication. You said you have problems, go to the VA. That's why it's there.
Nope.
And now with all the BS that they've done, and he tried to throw that at me. So I told him to get off the property, called security, and they said, yes, I can trespass him, but I can only trespass him while I'm there. If he shows up during any of my shifts, I can have him arrested.
Yep.
And that's what I did. The next time he showed up, I called the officers and said, yeah, I have someone I need you to trespass. They showed up, and I explained everything, and he was trying to steal a bag of ice, which dude got dropped off in a brand new SUV.
Bam.
And we were on a corner right by a mall, so he got banked, panhandling. I went out there one time. We had two people covering, and cleaned up after him. I literally got about 6 different McDonald's cups. Half of them had liquid in them, and I had a couple empty ones that had never had any liquid in it. I put all the change in there. I got over $10 in change. Yay!
Wow.
And that next week was the fill the boot for the firefighters for muscular dystrophy. And I literally changed it all out with the girl that I was working with, put the change in the drawers and got the bills. And then I went and gave it to them,
Yep.
gave it to the firefighters. Could I have kept it? Yeah. Was I going to? No. And it's just, you know, I know y'all guys have heard about the panhandlers in California with an Armani suit and all that. That's pretty much what this guy was doing.
I don't think barbecue. I know Steven. I don't think he saw it. I'm gonna play the video, and y'all watch and pay attention to how long it went from this officer. You know what I'm gonna say? This fucking dickhead of an officer. By the time he told her the first time, and y'all will look at how long before he actually went hands on and threw her face planted on the pavement. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Which is not that damn long. All right, I got the volume. Okay.
That's what I want to know. I don't know if they paid or not.
Saying, like I said, she's just asking.
How do you know if they paid or not?
Okay, so was a med spa?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
How do you guys know if they?
naturally
Dentist.
white, so dental. And then I'm trying to
Don't
Paid or
worry
not?
about that.
Oh, they're gonna ignore me too. Help! Rape! Fire! 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 That's great community.
and like and like I said, right here, we got these female officers. They're just walking away. They're not even paying attention to her. Now, from what I'm gathering, is that dickhead, he's probably over here scratching his balls. He's got nothing else better to do. And he's probably sitting in this car here.
Community relations too.
That's the only thing I can think of is I don't see, where he could be anywhere else unless he's inside that car.
How do you know if they paid or not, ladies? Hey, ladies! Hey, ladies! Hey, ladies! Hey, Kruger!
See, right there. She recognized him. Like she said, "Hey, Kruger."
And she,
Okay.
by the way, she said that, and then she turned around and did something else. She dismissed him. So, she killed his ego.
Yeah. And mind you, we're at 45 seconds from the end of her video. So, we're not even talking a minute into it. So that's how fast this all went down. This is total fucking bullshit as far as what this household of a cop did to this person.
No, I'm not going to before. There's no investigation. There's no nothing.
You can go to the other side of the street.
Okay, so right there, he's saying you go to the other side of the street. We're still looking at 40 seconds from the end of the video. And it was, so right there, he said, you can go to the other end of the street. Let's see how long before he went hands-on and before she gets taken to the ground.
You're going to get arrested. I'm not warning you
What are
again.
you talking about?
Go to the other side of the street right
Why?
now.
Wait, tell me why first.
We're doing an
You're under arrest. You're not.
No, I'm not under. Okay, you go.
Stop resisting.
What, 14 seconds? Something
What?
like that?
Less than 14, I think.
Yeah. So we're talking, 14 seconds. That's all it took. That's how long before, by the time he said it to her, she's on the ground. That is bullshit and is not enough time. By the time he wants to go hands-on, so he's already got, something in his mind, and that mind of his, as far as wanting to do something. So he's already been thinking of something before all this.
Stop resisting.
So she's already on the ground.
She's bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds later, okay, here we are. 10 seconds later, after he does all this, you hear the female cop going, she's bleeding. So from what, 6:19 to 6:43, she's on the ground, unconscious, bleeding. That's bullshit. A cop should, I've seen cops say several times, to someone, and we're talking, it could be up to 5 minutes before they want to go hands on.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole thing. This cop, no, he was ready to do something. He had an itch and everything, because I doubt he had a something against her and anybody else that did First Amendment audits.
Yeah, well, that's because he got fired because of First Amendment audits.
Right.
So, yeah.
I'll take one too, Susan.
Oh, Susan, I'm about to go crack open the margarita or whatever we got in the fridge.
Yeah, but the whole thing, barbecue, he never said what she was under arrest for before going hands on. And you hear her going, why? He never said why, as far as what she's under arrest for. Only thing you hear him say is, you need to go across the street. Okay? And then what? 5 seconds later, says you're under arrest. For what? You have to give she's asking, right. He has to give a particular reason why, and give ample time for that. Not just get your ass across the street, bitch. I guarantee if a cop said that to Crystal, he'd be going, what?
Yeah, because mine would be, yeah, give me a minute because I ain't moving that quick. And I would proceed to go, but slow.
Yeah. But to me, I think that this cop here, he needs to be fired again and get it on his record where he cannot get another job as a law enforcement officer.
Yeah, that cop needs to be hung more than anything.
Yeah. And what he needs to be done is given a good old pair of cement shoes and let him go be fish bait.
Definitely.
I know several lakes around here that'd be plenty deep enough.
No. Well, when she hit the ground, she kind of forgot. She said she didn't remember what happened.
But she said she didn't remember even being in the ambulance.
Yeah. And that's very common.
Yeah, and like Barbecue saying, why am I under arrest? Because you're resisting? Well, duh. I mean, yeah, you're wanting to do all this crap. So we're talking, what, 20, 25 seconds at the most?
Mm-hmm.
And that is not ample time to do it. I guarantee a normal cop that doesn't, have a grudge against the First Amendment auditors and everything. And I showed Crystal that video from last night. And these guys are, you ought to hear their language the way they're talking to Kruger, to Mr. Freddie. and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just going at him, and he's have to sit there and fucking take it because he has no, there's nothing he can do about it.
No, you didn't show me the one where they were confronting him after that. You showed me the one where the one you've shown, and the one where Grissom stated he was going to get her out.
No,
I did not.
Didn't I show you the one where
Nope.
Kruger was sitting in his patrol car?
Nope. You can do that later. You got another hour.
I know. Well, I can find it real quick. But trust me, it's not going to be all that hard to find it. At least it shouldn't be. I think I might have found it. Let's see. No. No, it wasn't that one. But all I know is that there was some I didn't even get a chance to watch all the way through it. That one I know we watched last night. All right, this is it here. All right, so I found it.
Yay!
Now, here's green. All right, flame going. Okay, that's in the her video.
Folks, is this video clip comes to you from Harvey Freeman.
All right, now mind you, this is, like I said, this is San Joaquin Valley, and he's always, he's one of them that I watch. I like watching him because he will, not only does he show his stuff, but he will show other people and everything. Okay, so let me go through here, see if I can find. All right, this is. Now, up there in the upper right-hand corner, that's Freddy Krueger. That's the officer that did this shit, okay? So I'm going to play this part, and y'all are going to hear how, I think it's this guy here is the one that got arrested for bullshit reasons.
This is the pussy that arrested me. That's him right here, look. Oh, it's a hoe. Why you pull a gun on me for? Huh?
I'm going to discuss an ongoing case with you, Responder.
Why'd you pull a gun on me, pussy?
Jaywalking.
Huh? You were scared or what?
Of all of our actions.
Huh?
Did y'all hear that? The cop pulled a gun on him for jaywalking. Okay? The only time an officer can pull his gun out is when he has been felt threatened or the immediate threat for life to himself or somebody else. Jaywalking is not, going to harm anybody.
No.
So that right there, that cop, he screwed up by wanting to pull his gun out for someone walking.
Yeah.
Huh? What?
Do you want me to answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, you probably want to stop talking so I can answer that.
I'm asking you. What's up?
Okay, repeat your question for me.
Why'd you pull a gun on me?
Once again, I'm not going to discuss that.
When did you tell me to stop? that I was being detained.
Mr. Mata, all the details of the investigation will be reported.
Nah. Why didn't you give me a ticket then?
Once again, jaywalker scared.
Yeah, you gave me one afterwards, right? Instead of when I asked. Scumbag.
Hey, man,
Scumbag.
you should probably call for backup.
You're a fucking pussy.
I'm sure you're scared. You should call for backup.
Coward.
Are you just going to be rude and insult?
Shut up, bitch. Shut up. You just said
And
you don't want
that
to
right
answer
there.
questions. Shut the fuck up.
It's not rude. Pulling a gun.
Be
Pause,
quiet.
please, dear.
Right.
Okay.
Now, language
Now,
these
you
guys
guys-
are using towards the cop, yeah, that's
That is why I will not watch him, because what he is doing is he's
he's
being
baiting.
he is confrontational because of the previous interaction. I get that. I understand that. But now he is pushing the issue to actually cause, he's trying to get arrested for a legal reason.
Right. And like they say, he's baiting the cop to do something.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing something to try and get a reaction out of the cop. Okay. I'll give the cop, I'll give Brittany an A for remaining, calm and cool in this situation, which any law enforcement, no matter where, this is what they're supposed to be doing. Okay? Because the Supreme Court has already ruled that freedom of speech, language, and everything is not. It's protected by the First Amendment audit, or First Amendment to the Constitution. It's free speech. That's the whole thing.
Yes, and San Joaquin does that in every video of his that I have seen.
But San Joaquin is not the guy talking to the cop.
Well, no, but San Joaquin is very confrontational.
On some of his concern,
in the videos I have watched.
Right. Okay, but one point I'm trying to get at, this San Joaquin is in California. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the same guy. Now, somewhere, I don't know exactly where. No, that's not what.
They seem to be.
So.
Hey, can you speak up a little bit?
Yeah.
There's another First Amendment auditor.
My character. I don't appreciate it.
Fuck you and your character.
So there's three right there, and somewhere Carolina's
where's
around
my body camera? You took it off. Where's it at?
You can
see, and here the guy is even asking about the body camera that was taken by the police, and they go, "We don't know anything about that." Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah. Like I said, somewhere around here, I know Carolina's around.
Yeah, all of that documentary, man.
No, I went. I went to the property room. They said y'all never turned one in. So again, where's my body camera? I went to the property room. There's not one y'all turned in. And Cardenas took it off my chest. After you took it off and handed it to her. Here. Don't worry. I'll see you in court, wimp.
Did you lie on the police report too?
Don't worry about it. Perjury. Remember that shit. Remember what your supervisor said in court.
Are you accusing me of a crime, Mr. Mata?
Did you accuse me of a crime?
We asked you a question. Did you lie on the police report? Because you're going to be put on the Brady list real soon.
You know what that means, right? A Brady violation means when you lie on a police report, untruthfulness, when you file a false.
Oathbreaker.
Yeah.
You're saying that you are an oathbreaker.
Exactly.
So that's you broke your oath.
Huh?
Are you saying that I filed a false police report?
Yeah.
You're accusing me of a crime? What, you gonna arrest him for that now? You gonna arrest him for speech now too? You gonna pull your gun out on him for that?
Do you have any factual basis for those allegations, Mr. Bottle?
Your body camera.
Have you gotten a copy or reviewed my body camera?
Oh, don't worry about it. We are.
Don't jaywalk. This guy will pull a gun out on you for jaywalking.
Yeah.
You can hear now. There, you can hear Carolina.
Yeah, and what he did was he took note of her.
Oh,
and
you saying?
she was in the background
It's weird
and
how you want to ask
retaliated.
questions, but
Yeah.
you don't want to answer them.
I've answered all the questions.
Now you keep saying that you're gonna answer them. Why'd you put a gun on me?
I'm not going to discuss an ongoing case with you. It's something
You always
Hey,
mean a
DC.
lie.
All right, I'm gonna pause it. Hey, okay. Saturday night, Carolina in Fort Worth. She was out and about, videotaping cops. They were at some kind of a private parking lot, and now the cop you see here in the car, his name is Matthew Kruger. Okay. At one time, he was employed by the Irving. I mean, not Irving, but the Irving Police Department. This guy you see right here in the baseball cap, Kruger arrested him with his firearm drawn for jaywalking. Okay, Kruger got fired and everything. Now he's gotten hired by the Fort Worth Police Department. And then Saturday night, just this past Saturday night, Carolina was out there videotaping, and I've already shown the video and everything, but about 20 seconds after she says hi to him, she's been face planted on the ground, unconscious. He's saying, "Stop resisting." And you can hear a female cop going, "She's bleeding."
Yeah.
But this here is something that happened prior. I don't know how long before.
All right, barbecue. Have fun.
Yep, I appreciate it.
You mean a lie, right? So how was I evading? How did jaywalking turn into evading? Yeah. Fuck you, pussy. You're a scumbag. Bam.
Right there.
No, come on. There's more of them over there.
Pulled a gun out on this man for jaywalking. You're a little bitch, oath breaker. Hey, when you get your deposition, I'm gonna blast it all over the internet. I'm gonna make you famous as fuck. Yeah, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right there.
right. This is Carolina. So she's walking up to him. Okay, so like I said, I don't know how long between this video and Saturday night happened. Okay, that I'm not sure on.
The last time you falsified a police report? Oh, last week! When's the last time you falsified a police report?
I've never falsified.
Haven't? You know what jaywalking is? You know, jaywalking occurs between two lights. There wasn't two lights in here.
Yeah,
Are you
exactly.
referring to
DC.
jaywalking as a concept or jaywalking as a statute?
You're stupid. There's only one. This one said the concept.
No. Jaywalking.
Yeah, and you can see her face and everything there. Okay, and in the video from earlier that I showed, yeah, it's all messed up. I mean, she's had stitches. She's got her right arm and everything in a sling from being dislocated.
She looks like a DV victim who got hit straight up in the eye with a brick.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
right.
doesn't even look like her.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, she just got face planted big time. And this is what's got me pissed off. Yes, I know I'm on my rant. I don't give a fuck, okay? This asshole needs to be stopped now. Because what would happen if she'd been, more seriously injured and everything, and say being in a coma?
She would still be in the jail.
Yeah, she'd still be in the hospital and everything. But it's just the fact that, yeah, I mean, I'm going to stop that for right now. Um, but no, I mean, he could have killed her.
Yeah.
As far as I know, DC, she's got one hell of an attorney. Okay, his name is CJ Grisham. Okay, he's already said that he is a bulldog. He does not know when to let go.
And
He is
he
gonna
is
he is
going
gonna
back to the
fight.
side with both barrels.
Yeah, and he was already saying. I mean, there's been people already contacting the the police department left and right. Their um, phone lines probably got all lit up over all this crap, and they should. Okay, and I guarantee you that because of all this, it's definitely making the news. Because I do know that on that one, I actually was seeing that was it NBC? He was actually live with an interview with an NBC reporter,
Ooh.
and
Damn.
that was tonight.
Mm.
Okay, in DC, he said in that other video I watched earlier, he does not even remember being in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna find that. I know I've got that.
Oh, jeez.
All right, Amber Alert.
Not for me.
Nah, you're too old.
Oh, great. Severe storms later.
Ah.
Oh.
No, I don't.
Yep. But the what? No, she wasn't beat. She was taken down and she hit a. I don't know if she hit the curb, but she definitely hit pavement.
Yeah.
And this eye right here, and her lip is split. Her arm is dislocated, elbow and shoulder. She's just like I said. She looks like a DV victim who got hit with a brick.
All right. Yeah, this is it here. So, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to play this again. This is update number 4. Get the volume going.
And kind of let people know, like, when you were moved and when we found out you were alive.
Yeah, I didn't even remember.
No, it's looking at me right now.
I don't remember being in the. I don't even remember being in the ambulance. If I even took the ambulance to the hospital.
Okay, here we go. Looks like it's. All right, hey everybody. I am. Carolyn just got out. I guess about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah,
something like that. About 20 minutes ago, and I can confirm that she's alive. She's right here in front of me. She needs to go home and get some rest, and obviously clean herself up a little bit. Do you want people to see you?
Yeah, they can see what it looks like.
All right. So here's our little hero here.
This is what happens when you get excessive force on you.
Yep. But I will tell you that there has been an outpouring from around the country of people sharing the story, making phone calls. I think the fact that nobody's returned my phone calls means they know they're in trouble.
Yeah.
So we're going to fight these charges.
Got my arm all messed up.
So tell them everything that happened. Like, what are your injuries?
I don't know. I don't remember going from the place I got injured to the hospital. I don't remember any of that. I don't remember going to the jail. So I was knocked unconscious. But I know I got stitches here. And CJ thinks I have some stitches here.
Yeah, she's got stitches in her right eye.
My elbow was knocked out of socket. My shoulder was knocked out of socket. And if you fentanyl, I mean, put those all back together. Since my elbow was, the bones of my elbow were sticking out like this. That's about it. And they just used a lot of excessive force on me. I got some nice eye shadow on now. So This is what happens when you film the police. And they don't like you, Officer Kruger.
Well, let me ask you also, for everybody's sake, is how do you feel? I mean, obviously you're probably in some pain, right?
I'm in some pain. I'm in a lot of pain right now.
Okay. What can people do for you? What do you need?
Just always film the police. Always film them. That's all you have to do is always film them. Always make sure that you have a record of what they do to you. Basically. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna. She needs to get home, guys. I know you probably want to talk more. People talking about how they're crying for you right now. Hugs to Caroline.
Yeah, DC. Yeah, I mean, sue the shit out of them where they've got constant diarrhea. That's exactly what the fuck that needs to be done. I hope, and like I said, I hope they get this, Kruger cop. Like, his name is Matthew Kruger, but like you're hearing him say, "Hey, Freddy," call him Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on 7th Street, and everything. That's what Grissom was saying, and it's like, yeah, I hope like hell they grab him and rip his damn balls off with the short hairs. I mean, yeah, this is something that's pissing me off because I mean, Crystal's known that I've been watching all this, all these first, anything dealing with the Constitution. Okay, that's what I've been, watching and
Before
everything.
he met me, and I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah. And the thing about it is, right now, the motorcycle club that I'm getting to be a part of, they are constitutional guys. These are guys that are want to go out there and now most of the time, yeah, they're going after the cops that go after the bikers and everything. And they're going to fight for them. Okay. But it shouldn't be just bikers alone. It should be for anybody that's had their constitutional rights taken away from them.
yeah.
That's the whole thing. And like I said, that pisses me off. I mean, I can't believe that. What gets me is what the hell were what were those two female cops doing? Were they wanting to help him or what?
They wanted
I'd like to get body camera footage from what the female cops were doing.
They were walking away from the interaction. They may not have had their.
Well, they turned around because you saw that one.
I know
She
that
actually
they may
turned
not have
around.
had their cameras on. Hey, CDC.
Hey, CDC. He got his nose he got his nose infected from that little fall out of the car.
Yeah, it started as a scratch, and I figured that's just a scratch, should be fine. But no, blew up into a dang infection.
Mm.
If it ain't better by Wednesday, I might have to be hospitalized for a bit.
Mm.
Right. And DC, yeah, you're correct. Not only from 9/11, but we've lost so many different rights and everything. And like you said, yeah, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Okay. And yes, I know I'm on a rant and everything. I don't fucking care.
It's getting a lot worse.
Yeah. And like a lot of people say, is this Nazi Germany for stop and identify? No, it's not. If you go back to what Nazi Germany was like, you had the army literally out there everywhere, stopping people left and right. Let me see your papers. Let me see your papers. You had to have papers in order to travel somewhere in Germany. That's what it's starting to get to be like here, and it should not be. This is supposed to be home of the land, land of the free and the brave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the way it's shaping up to be. It's not.
Yeah. But like I said, I wound up showing.
Hey, Art.
Hey, Arch, how you doing?
Hi, Art.
Oh, please, hey, trust me. With all this, you ain't. It's not a big deal.
Hey,
Get
Arch,
started, honey.
you want to get in here and put out your 3 cents?
And 4 and 5 and 20.
Yeah.
I got a quarter. I don't expect change back.
Oh, he'd give me a silver dollar, and I'd say keep the change. It was like, no. But yeah, I mean, this is bullshit and everything. Oh, half asleep. So okay, so the half that's asleep, have that half put the makeup and everything on and get up here.
Get your coffee.
Yeah, I've already got my cup. Actually, I'm on my second one. But yeah, I mean, this is Arch. I don't know how much you've seen, but it's the fact that one of our, like I said, our First Amendment auditors, someone that I've dealt with, through emails and everything, she got attacked and everything. You know what I was gonna say, Arch. Um, if you're gonna be wanting to put on the makeup, you might be able to join Kiss on their tour.
If he ain't careful, I'll send him mine. I don't wear enough. Don't wear it enough.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't mind putting on some of that grease paint.
I don't have grease paint, thank God.
Hey, bunch of Jews and everything up there. The guys from Brooklyn and everything. Arch would fit in perfect with them. But I mean, yeah, like I said, this, it's gotten, like I said, I know, like I said, Arnie, he went live, last night, but with everything that I was watching, trying to get all the updates and everything, because they were coming in left and right. People were doing live, hour and a half, 2 hour long live streams talking about it.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't say hours, but I'd say they could probably be dressed in about 30 minutes. They probably got it down and everything where they can be fully dressed in about 30 to 45 minutes.
no.
The makeup, yeah, that's a different story. But yeah, like I said, that's the main reason why I didn't watch Arnie last night. I know he sent me the link and everything, but like I said, with this bullshit that happened to Carolina,
I was sleeping most of yesterday, so
yeah. But I mean, I didn't find out till probably about 5 o'clock or so because I was busy doing other stuff. And it's like, okay, let's see what's all on the YouTube, and that's when I found out about it. I go, do what?
Thank you, Susan.
yeah. I had my tablet running, playing You People.
No. Cops should not be militarized.
No.
Nope. Police need to be police officers. The only ones that need to be, military is the military itself. And they need to keep the two separated. Now, I do know you've got military cops and everything. And, now that's something else. I have seen military cops not even know what the fuck is going on and know what the law is around a military base. Because I've seen guys, these First Amendment auditors, they'll be standing outside on a public right of way, filming the entrance of a base, and they will come out
move
and everything, and they'll actually say, "Hey, we need to see your identification." True.
Yeah.
Well, cops actually now here cops actually work for the city. Okay, the sheriff is state, but that's the whole thing. Now there are some military bases that I've actually been to. Yeah, they've got. There was one I'm trying to remember. They're in Texas. I think it was out in Abilene and everything. They actually have a place where it's got a one of the B-17s. Okay, it's not past the guard shack and everything at the entrance. It's right there at it, and they actually do have it to where people can come in. And I've actually asked and everything, hey, can we go up there and take pictures? They go, you're more than welcome to go there and take pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that right there. Now, if you're actually on the base itself, you would actually have to get permission. But these guys are standing outside the base,
Yeah.
out in the public area, out in where the military police and security has no authority whatsoever.
Yep.
They will literally come out and try and push it. Well, you need to give identification or you need to leave. Nope, you have no authority out here. Or they'll call the cops on them. And the cops will start doing almost the same thing. And the guys will go, nope, you don't have a right to tell me what the hell to do. I'm in a public area and everything. It doesn't, Arch, it doesn't matter. The sheriff, could be police. If it's a law enforcement officer, they all have to go by what the Constitution and Supreme Court has already ruled, that videotaping from a public area is legal. There's nothing illegal about it.
Chickasha, Oklahoma, no longer has a police department because, several reasons.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to say, Arch. Trust me. I mean, when it comes to the different, like especially the First Amendment, it doesn't change as far as from state to state or any type of law enforcement as far as a Leo.
Yeah.
They all of them have to follow and abide by the Constitution, because the Constitution is we're not sovereign. No, that's true. I agree with you. And there are so many different, I've seen so many different people say, well, I'm a sovereign citizen. That don't mean shit.
Nope.
Okay, DC, you're going to have to let me know what the 1033 program is. That I'm not familiar with.
If you have a link for that 1033 program, DC, email him.
Well, no.
Well, is she a mod?
She's not a mod, but what I'm saying is she can always message me through Facebook.
Well, yeah, that too. But send him a link and he can go research it.
Yeah.
Ow, Mila!
But like I said, that's
that
the whole thing.
Wildcat about to be put to sleep.
That was naughty.
Okay.
Huh.
You know better.
Huh.
Okay. See, I didn't know about that. That's something I was totally unaware of. But no, like I was saying, is the fact is that you've got, I said, there's been guys that go up to these military bases and they'll just, oh, what is that? And they will videotape it, and they're standing outside.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, hey, there's a tank or there's a airplane.
Yeah, if you're in Oklahoma, Tinker Air Force Base, you can go and actually pull into. They have an area with half a dozen different. I want to say about 4 different planes that you can just pull into.
Yeah.
And you don't need permission or anything. You just don't go near the guard shack.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing is as long as you're not on that property. Okay. And here's the whole thing. If you look and you'll notice that all the street lights, street signs, stuff like that, fire hydrants, those are all property of the city or state. Okay. There is a right of way, and each area is going to be, shut up, Ed. There's a right of way that or easement. That's the word I was looking for. It's the easement. Yeah. Okay. From center line of the road outward. Some places are 10 feet, some are 15 feet. From center line of the road, that is public easement that the city is claiming.
Yeah.
Now it can be. I've got it. Okay. My sidewalk, I've got it out here in front of the house. Okay. It's on my property because I got yard and everything on the other side of it. But it is a public sidewalk that someone wants to stand on it and videotape anything I'm doing. I can't do anything about it because they are on a public sidewalk.
Yeah.
That is owned by the city.
And it's 15 feet for me here.
Yep.
Yeah, see, Oklahoma is 10.
Yeah. But that's the whole thing is, just walking down the street, videotaping anything. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Okay. As far as I know, the police force cannot inherit tanks. They, now they can purchase one through funding and tax money, but that would all have to go before the board and council or what the city and everything, and get approval. And then I could be wrong on it, but hell, they'd even probably have to get approval from the governor of the state to say, yeah, you're going to be allowed to have that. But you got to give enough of a reason why you need a tank. That's the whole thing there. But like I said, with all this that's going on, yeah, lawmakers. Oh, you're not kidding about the lawmakers being a bunch of monkeys. Matter of fact, the weird thing about it is a bunch of monkeys is actually Congress. That is the correct term for a bunch of monkeys. It's called Congress.
I'd rather hang out with a murder, please, instead of the Congress. And a murder is a bunch of crows.
Yeah. And right now, you got all these people, in the state, not only in the state, but also in Washington, D.C., all these representatives and everything, Congress people, they wouldn't know the true facts if it bit them in the ass. That's the whole problem. Someone, a lot of these, I've seen so many things where they make all these statements and everything, and they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. They're lying out their ass more than what their next person is. That's the whole problem there. Because I know they were just talking about bump stocks and everything, how they're saying, well, that turns, the AR-15 into a machine gun. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, they finally figured out that it's not, that it's fun. It's,
yeah. An AR-15, I guarantee you ask any person in the military if they would want to take an AR-15 into battle with them. I can guarantee you they're going to be going, hell no. Well, we actually do have constables here. And but they still have to follow, here in Texas, Art, they still have to follow the same rules and law. That's the whole thing. They have to follow the same law that is written. And they still have to follow the Constitution. Now, how screwed up it is up there where you're at, I don't know. Yeah, that's something I didn't do this time. I usually have that going. I know it's late and everything.
yeah.
Yeah, it's an old. It comes from the English, okay? Because over in England, before we were our own country, there used to be constables over there. It's just another type of law enforcement. Yep, that's could be one thing that they did, DC. But constables here deal mainly with the courts and stuff like that. They're not actually out there in a car and everything. They're going to be more along the lines of doing what a judge tells them. They're going to, like when Crystal and I, we had to go in for that one wreck and everything that bitch wound up causing. You had a couple of constables right there guarding the courtroom. That's their job. Okay. So, like, say there's a warrant and everything. A constable is going to be handed that paperwork from a judge. They're going to go out and serve it, not a police officer. Okay. But I'm just saying, Arch, that here, that's what they are. Every state is different.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly how it is up there where you're at. But yeah, I mean that's the whole thing is that well, like I said, okay, that could be, I believe that there is an important difference between a constable and a sheriff. I think even here, some constables are elected also. Yeah, like you're saying, yeah, they work for the court and the people, right? And now, police officers are not elected; they are hired by the city. They have to go through the academy, which is what 6 to 8 weeks, and that's too damn short. They're not given enough time to learn the law. Whereas sheriffs, constables, judges, stuff like that, they are elected. And I don't know for how long that theirs or their term is for. I think it's like 2 years. And then, hey, if you get a constable or sheriff that is wanting to be corrupt and everything, they can be fired. They can be taken out and everything, and not only can they be fired, but they can also get, they'll be replaced if too much of it gets out there for the people. Come election time, hey, this corrupt cop or constable or sheriff, whatever, we need to kick his fucking ass out, get someone else in. That way, then he can serve his remainder time in behind bars.
Yeah, I guess the neighbor across the street from me is trying to become a cop because a few months ago there was someone from a neighboring community asking everyone how well do we know him and that, and I just told him right out that we don't know him that well, and we just don't pay attention to all the neighbors.
Yep.
And I guess he never got hired.
Yeah. DC, now that's going to vary from city to city and state to state as far as what requirements are as far as becoming a cop. I mean, hell, if Bobcat Goldthwait can be a cop, I guess anybody can. And what was the hang on, because if you remember the movies Police Academy, yeah. Yeah, but Arch, I've seen videos of New York cops and everything, but the first minute auditors there, they don't even know what the hell the law is. And they're trying to, run everything the way they think it should be, and they're not even following what the law is.
All right. Y'all have a good. I'm heading to bed. Sweetheart, read your messages.
All right. I did.
Because I'm about to pass out just sitting here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, DC, I had a cousin that was going to be highway patrol. He had 90 days and he failed out on the next to the last day because he got he ended up having more metal in his ankle than Mater does in his head.
But I don't have any in my head.
Yeah, well, he had enough to make a boot. He had half a dozen screws and plates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So y'all have fun. Good night. Stay safe.
Well, I'm not leaving yet. But
no,
hey,
it's
Art,
just me out of here, guys, not him.
Yeah. Hey, Arch. Hey, appreciate you being here. Yeah, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. But now, yeah, I mean, there's going to be some up there, Briggs, but there's a lot of bad ones up there too. I mean, I've seen some videos of cops and everything where they're trying to say you can't film inside the police department. Yeah, you can. And they'll start kicking people out of the police department. I've seen them try and harass people. First Amendment auditor just walking down the sidewalk, filming outside the police department, saying, "Hey, I need your ID. You look suspicious." No, you don't need it. And that's in a New York cop, New York State even. Yeah, you can, because the Supreme Court has already ruled you can. And the police department cannot overturn what the Supreme Court has already ruled. Because they've already said that any public place, any place that's public, you can videotape in. And a city or state government owned building is considered public property. As long as you don't go into a restricted area, you can videotape anything. And that includes the lobby of a police department. Well, then they're wanting to be assholes. Plain and simple. That's police department. That's going to be city hall. That's even going to be a post office. Well, if there's no lobby, then yeah, that's why. Because then that would constitute then as restricted areas. I mean, if it's a restricted area where it's just employees only at, then yeah, you can't get in there. So that, yeah, on something like that, yeah, I can understand. No, so I mean that would be, for what you're saying, Briggs. That's basically just, it's employees only area. Then yeah, that's a restricted area. So there's no videotaping in there. That I understand. That's fine. But any other place that has a lobby of a public building, we're allowed to walk into with a video camera and videotape. All right, Susan, I guess you're out of here. Appreciate you coming in. I mean, I've only got almost 8 minutes left to go anyways. But I appreciate you being here. You take it easy. I guess that beer's already getting to you. But, yeah, I know that tonight's not been a normal, the chit chat and everything. It's basically because of crap that came up and was going on here.
Hi, Susan.
Yeah, you take care, Susan. That right there, I mean, if you're only allowing the town residents in, that's unconstitutional. Randy, you missed a lot tonight. You're gonna have to go and watch the replay. Yeah, Steven. Yeah, it's been definitely different than my normal streams. Because I've been on a big rant tonight because of bullshit that's been going on.
Yeah, I will, Susan. Just hope I'll need to go to the hospital in a few days.
Now, what I want to do is I'm gonna send another email off to Carolina, and asking her to come up and be a guest and everything on one of my live streams. Once she is feeling better, it should be willing to come up and be a guest on one of my live streams. That way she can talk more about it. Well, see, that's a problem up there. That's the thing about New York. They have different laws. I mean, you can't travel anywhere in New York or even New York City, like you can anywhere else. I mean, their laws and the way everything is there, it's so bass backwards, kind of California. Well, that's good, Stephen. I know. Did you say that was that electric one? Yeah, you can travel in New York. Just don't be caught with a damn gun. That's one of the biggest problems right there. Because I've seen a video where a guy was literally thrown in jail because he had one fucking bullet on him. No, take it back. That was a lady. But this guy had an empty magazine he bought. He got thrown in jail over an empty magazine for a gun. Okay, Second Amendment. You don't have to have a permit because the Constitution, the Second Amendment of the Constitution, is the permit right there because it says shall not be infringed. And what New York and all these other states are wanting to fucking do right now, they're infringing on your Second Amendment rights. New York, Illinois, California. Those three states right there are infringing on the Second Amendment rights of all U.S. citizens. And it doesn't matter what state you're from. No, you cannot do that. Oh, the biggest problem is, have you seen the length and time you have to go through? What was that one TV reporter that he wound up going to get a concealed handgun license, and he was denied because his excuse for wanting to have it wasn't good enough. That's the biggest problem. You have to give a reason why you're needing a permit to have a firearm. Here in Texas, hey, I've got a CHL. All I did is I filled all the information out, got my fingerprints taken, sent it all off to Austin. They did a background check. They said, okay, here you go. No problem. And I just got through getting the thing renewed not that long ago, too, because it expired. That's one thing I like about being here in Texas. Yeah, he put that on there because he was getting constantly harassed and attacked by weirdos out there on the street. I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head. But there's people that they were waiting 3-4 months before they even got a response back from the police. And you have to go to the police department in order to do that. Me, no. Here in Texas, we go to Department of Public Transportation, the Highway Patrol. Yeah. Oh, I've got several. I've got several of those cordless hole punchers.
In fact, I just found all the information on from my dad.
Okay.
I was cleaning out the drawer here and sorting through it and found all this paperwork here for the cordless hole puncher that he's got.
Yeah. DC, are you asking if we need a permit to purchase a gun? No. Here in Texas, in order to purchase a firearm, as long as you're not a convicted felon and everything, I mean, you go in there, you have to show driver's license, you have to be a resident of the state, okay? That's the whole thing. You can't be from, say, Oklahoma, Louisiana, New Mexico, Colorado, any other state, come in here, go to a gun dealer and want to purchase a gun. I was at a pawn shop. This person wanted to buy stuff, and they were from, I think, Louisiana or might be Arkansas. Um, but they were actually denied because they were not a resident of the state. Um, uh, Texas is constitutionally carry now. So right now, no, you do not have to have a permit to carry. Now, I'm not sure 100% on it is as far as on concealed. That I do not know on, but I do know I do have concealed carry. Um, so it doesn't matter. But I do know there are states around that recognize Texas as far as the concealed carry license. And there are some states that don't even recognize it, which I'm going, that's bullshit, because they'll recognize the driver's license, but they won't recognize something else issued by the state of Texas. No, you have to, the only way you should be able to use deadly force is against deadly force, or where you're feeling that your life is in imminent danger. That's the whole thing behind that. But anyways, I'm already at my 2 hours. Arnie, you got any last words to say?
Yeah, I hope everyone has a good night, and yeah, just hope I'll need to go to the hospital for this infection. I was giving a stronger antibiotic today, so hopefully that should start taking over and getting on the right track and everything.
Right.
I'm not sure if I'll be live tomorrow night yet or not.
Yeah. Yeah, DC. One, like I said, that's that. Now the process as far as purchasing, just walking into a gun store, purchase one. Doesn't matter if it's handgun, long rifle, shotgun. Doesn't matter. Um, you have to be 21 and over in order to purchase a pistol. Okay. 18 to purchase a shotgun or rifle. Okay. But you have to be 21 and over in order to get a handgun. Okay. And you have to show identification. You have to show them driver's license. Then you actually have to fill out the background form. Okay. And that's actually sent off to the ATF. You actually, I forget what that form number and everything is. It's what all states, are required for you to fill out. That gets sent off. And then the gun dealer, they can't sell you, they cannot, say you want to purchase it. Okay. You hand them, say it's $500. You hand them $500. You fill out the paperwork. They send it off and say it comes back denied. Okay. They're going to tell you, sorry, I can't sell you the gun. Here's your $500 back. Yeah, that's the problem. That's because those states are so fucked up in their head. That's why. I don't know. Don't ask me on that, DC. That's, like I said, that's totally screwed up. But I do know that I can walk into any gun dealer, and I can purchase a gun. All I got to do to make it faster, I show them my CHL. Oh, okay, you've already been, they say been vetted by the state. Okay, fine. Then all you got to do is this, and this. Okay, you're good. But all right, well, I got things I still got to get done tonight. I got trash and everything, and I've been kind of babying my right leg after what happened Saturday. Went about 220 miles on the bike, and let's just say I got blisters on the inside of my leg from the heat from the exhaust. Yeah, and one of the blisters popped today at work. Nope. Nope, because it's not anybody's. The government does not need to know what I own. It's none of their damn business what I own. And that's what a federal registry is about, is wanting to know who owns what. None of their fucking business. And that's what a lot of people will say as far as in the 2A community. Take it and shove it up where the sun don't shine. Because you don't fucking need to know what I own.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. If someone says, well, I need to register what I've got, go fuck yourself. Is all I'm going to say on that. Yeah, like I said, tonight, yeah, I know. Yeah, federal registration. That's all I can say on that. Then kiss my ass, and I'll make sure you take some X-Lax. That way I've got diarrhea. But, yeah, I know the language and everything has been stronger on tonight, but that's because I'm getting pissed off about what's going on. So, anyways, y'all stay safe. God bless, and y'all have a good night. And hopefully Arnie is live tomorrow, and then I'll be back Wednesday night. So, good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. And I'll try and keep everyone posted.